Hello and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. I feel a little rusty because I've not recorded in a little while. I thought I would come on today and just show you a little bit of my Christmas crafting that I do. I use my supplies to make uh, gifts, cards, as well as scrapbooking, junk journaling, uh, whatever strikes my fancy. I pretty much dabble in all if I know not all because I don't do art journaling, but I do a lot of paper crafting, and I'm I'm rusty and I'm flubbing this. I'm sorry, but I wanted to show you the collection that I've decided to use for my card making and some gift boxes. This is My Mind's Eye, Comfort and Joy. And I typically, especially since My Mind's Eye is no longer making scrapbooking products or scrapbooking collections, I typically hoard My Mind's Eye. But in this past year, I've had a huge mind shift. And at the end of the year, when I talk about next year, my goals, I will probably talk more about that. But I don't always use my collections specifically for scrapbooking. I play in, like I said, I've already mentioned it. I play in a lot of different paper crafting areas. So I will show you this. I had gotten a couple of years ago, no, about a year ago, we'd gotten a gift box of David's tea, and we emptied it, and I thought, this is a good template for making a gift box. So I tore it down, and I've adjusted the sizing to what I need it for, but I'm just mentioning this as an idea. And then this is what slides inside of this. So this folds up like so. And then this box slides inside of here. And then you put things inside your box. So that was my idea. I tore this down, made a template, adjusted the sizes for what I need. And as you can see, this doesn't quite fit on a 12 by 12. And I really wanted this to fit. And this is the adjustment I made, because this paper is thinner than cardstock scrapbooking paper. They created this template as a liner to make this more sturdy. So I'll try to fold this back in the way that it was made. It looks like this. And so this was a liner. And since we have, scrapbook paper and it's double-sided, most of it is, I thought I don't need this top portion. I just need this portion and the flaps at the bottom to make it fold and boxy. So I eliminated the top portion in my measurements. And that way I could make this fit on one 12 by 12 piece of paper. And that's just what I was thinking. Okay, so let's put that aside. Actually, I'm going to put it back in my recycling because I don't need it anymore. I just needed to show you. Okay, so there we go. I decided to use Comfort and Joy by My Mind's Eye. I love this collection. I had the paper pad, and I tore it down a long time ago. I have played with this, and I'm to the point now that I didn't play with the stickers because I mix things together. But I thought this ribbon, this is a velvet ribbon, and I thought it went extremely well with this. I will use this in my gifts as well and in my cards. I used a couple of dies So I used this die, the scalloped die, for the base of my cards. And I used this die for the layering piece. And I have decided, I don't know if you can notice, but I'm using a different size magnet for my dies. I thought that was going to be a 2025 project, and I don't know if this has happened to anybody else, but I seem to have gotten very weak. My dies are heavy, and it's not so much me getting weak as that my dies are heavy. And I did not outgrow the container that I had chosen for my dies. I'm pretty particular about what dies I buy, so I don't go overboard in that area. That container just became so heavy that moving it in and out is not really a good feasible option. I'm honestly afraid I'm going to drop it. So I needed to, you start one thing, it leads to another. I had to kind of rearrange so that I can leave my dies stationary and flip through them and not be moving them off a shelf or back onto a shelf, to my desk. I needed to be able to pick up one container, and I wanted that piece. I wanted to be able to use it to get a lot of dies on one piece. So I have changed to 8.5. I think these are 8 by 10. And then these sleeves are 8.5 by 11 with no holes, because I didn't want the protectors that fit in a binder. I just wanted the sleeve portion. So if you're interested, I will put these links on there. I didn't really intend to completely change my die system. It's just, things happen over time. We get older. I'm getting older. I'm not as strong, and it makes me nervous when I pick up my container. I have almost completely got all my dies converted. I don't like fiddly dies. I know people do amazing, amazing work with dies that have a lot of layers and little tiny pieces to them. And I think they're beautiful. I love looking at them, and I love admiring the work that other people do. I'm not good at that. And I need my dies to, like, when you look at it, you can tell what it's supposed to be doing. So I've really, I've kind of gotten rid of a lot of my fiddly layering type dies, and I keep what I use, and that's what, it is what it is. I'll stop blathering on about that. Okay, I've talked about I'm making cards. This is the collection I'm using. I have some die cuts, and I have chipboard. I have brads, stickers, and then I have chipboard stickers left. So I had 2 sheets of this. I still have 1 whole sheet left, and I will be creating with that. This is using for different projects is just a good way to get paper product used. I love playing with it, and I can tell when I'm playing with it when I get sick and tired. Sorry, my nose started running. When I get sick and tired of playing with it and I'm ready to move on to something else. So in that process, I know when I'm playing with it, if I just need to set it aside for a later time, or if I'm done, and I never want to play with it again. I'm just able to tell. So this one, like I said, I have played with it a couple of times, and I don't have a ton of paper left. This had 48 pieces in it, and I have maybe 15 here left. So I'm getting down to the pieces that I don't love, and I will probably donate what's left of this once I get finished with this crafting session. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share. By the time you see this, everyone that I have made something for, they will have received it. So it won't be a surprise buster. Anyway, come back. I hope this season is treating you well and that you are finding joy and happiness. We will chat again soon. Bye-bye.